Hi, I'm Mike. One of the very first things I ever learned to do on the ranch was how to back up a trailer. And today, my wife, Erin, is gonna give it a try as she's gonna learn how to do it herself on our Wyoming Life. Welcome back to Our Wyoming Life, and thanks for joining us as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. This is my wife, Erin, and partner in crime. And today...
Crime? What are we doing?
nothing that exciting. Today we are going to teach you how to back up a trailer.
Yeah.
And we've been here on the ranch for a lot of years.
Almost 11.
Almost 11 years, and you've never backed up a trailer.
I've successfully avoided learning how to back up a trailer for 11 years, so.
I remember, so obviously in our former life, I never had the occasion to back up a trailer. Why would I?
Why would you?
I don't even know if I ever had a car that could pull a trailer. And
my Ford Taurus.
Your Ford Taurus. When we first came here to the ranch, Gilbert gave me this pickup, the F-350, the same exact pickup.
Yeah.
And we took a stock trailer to Cheyenne, which we loaded up with all of our worldly belongings and brought it up here. And I remember bringing it, we parked it here at the ranch because we were staying in town with your parents when we first came up here. And we parked it here at the ranch, and then it started to rain. So Gilbert said, go ahead and take that trailer and put it in the shop.
Did you put it in the shop or the sales barn?
I put it in this door right here on the shop.
Okay.
And that was my first experience with actually backing up a trailer. I remember when we took the trailer down to Cheyenne, it was, you know, very much like, if I don't have to back this trailer up, I would drive around a block so that I didn't have to back up the trailer. So and I remember when we moved out, we had a driveway, and I actually parked on the street, so I didn't have to back it down the driveway, and we carried everything out. So he said, go ahead and back this thing into the garage, into the shop here, and that was my first experience with backing up a 16-foot stock trailer. That was a fifth wheel, or a gooseneck trailer, a little bit different than what we're going to be working on today, which is a bumper pole, which attaches here.
Yes. I do know the difference.
At least you don't have to mess with hooking it up. That's a whole nother day.
Well, I can hook up a trailer and I can go forward. Like, I've gone to Sturgis and picked up meat. Like, I've pulled trailers. I don't back up. So I have to do like the around the block trick and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I had to in Sturgis. Like, there was somebody in my way, and like, yeah, I just had to like go around the block and like park places that you're okay. So,
and just avoid backing up. But now, actually tomorrow, you have to go back to Sturgis. We're picking up our beef and our beef jerky, which will be available on the website hopefully sometime this week. And
let's just like give it like maybe next week. Okay, can we have a few days?
But long story short, you're gonna have to back up a trailer more than likely while you're there.
Well, and even if I don't, like, it's just good to be able to know how to do it. Like, I've put it off long enough. Like, it's just something that I need to learn. I know how to drive most of the equipment here on the ranch. Like I said, I can hook up a trailer. Like, it's just good if you're gonna pull a trailer to know how to go forward and backwards. So let's do it. How do I do it?
In theory, backing up a trailer isn't that hard. It can be intimidating, especially with people watching. And the best thing you can do is practice and not be rushed. We've cleared out all the vehicles, including gators and tractors from the front of the shop. And the first thing that Erin is going to do is get out a ways and just see how it feels to back up and how the trailer responds to how she moves the wheel.
Okay. So if I need to go that way, I have to go this way. Straight. Like it's not doing what I need it to do. Nope, see? Get this way, do I have to just crank it really hard? I want it to start going the other way. Nope, see, then it goes that way.
There are a few basics that'll help you out. Forget about your rearview mirror. And don't turn around and look out the back window. Chances are you aren't going to be able to see anything anyway. The key here is to use your mirrors and see both sides of the trailer and make sure that your mirrors are adjusted correctly. The best trick is to make sure that you can see the trailer tires so that you can always see where you're going. The right approach is going to be your best friend when backing up. Get this part right and you'll look like a pro. Having a straight approach is best, but be prepared to make adjustments as a straight line is hard to maintain with a trailer.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Move the wheel
Yeah, I get the turning thing. I just
Okay.
like, I feel like if I get in a bad spot, I can't correct it.
Look, you're doing great.
I'm not even touching it.
Exactly. Sometimes you don't have to. So we want to start swinging our butt around this way just a little bit. We line up more. And then you got to think about, like, now we go back, but you have to overcorrect.
Like, was that the deal? Like, I'm not
Now you're not overcorrecting enough. See, now you got to go all the way. So once you start to move that back end, you got, okay, now, see, now,
Is it hard to back up this way?
it is a little weird.
It's easy to get frustrated when backing up, and here's the easiest piece of advice that I can give. Simply turn your wheel in the direction the trailer is moving. That'll bring your tow vehicle and your trailer into a straight line. If you look in the mirror and see that the trailer is veering to the left, turn your wheel left or counterclockwise. If the trailer is veering to the right, turn your wheel clockwise. That'll keep your vehicle following the trailer. For most of us, backing up a trailer is actually counterintuitive.
I'm gonna do it though. No, see? It's all messed up.
The only way to retrain your eyes and your instincts is to do it over and over again.
Now we start. Now we start. No. Too much. Too much.
Here are a few more quick hints. Keep in mind, the shorter the trailer is, the squirrelier it's going to be. Make smaller adjustments and make multiple runs if you need to. Also, don't forget about the front end of the truck. Watch out for ditches and other obstacles. Having someone to guide you will help, but make sure you tell them exactly what you want to do and watch out for too much help.
I don't know what that means. Turn my wheel to the right or turn the trailer to the... I don't know what this means.
And most of all, keep practicing. And practice before you show up where people might be watching.
Perfect! Yay! You did good. You did it.
I pretty much did the last one all by myself. I can't tell in the mirror when you're doing this. Like, I don't know what that means. It doesn't
Sometimes
work
it's
with my
like
brain.
it's better sometimes to just do it yourself. I've had people guide me and try to guide me, and it's like, go away.
I can't
leave
guide
me
you.
alone.
I tell you distance, but I can't tell you left or right,
Right.
when I'm helping you hook up a trailer.
It's sometimes easier just
I
to.
just tell you distance because
All right.
I feel like I just always tell you the wrong way to go.
And I probably
it's
didn't help at all.
backwards in your brain.
It's in the mirror and it's backwards in your brain.
Yeah.
And then
And this in a mirror because you do this. Like you got to be more like this or that. Yeah. But you're like.
I need those those things that they have at the airport. The little flashlights.
I feel like I at least like understand the concept enough, and like I obviously got in, and like I was kind of messed up, but yeah, you just go forward and then back. So like if I was in a situation where I absolutely had, like I wouldn't back up to a chute or something.
You know, the great thing too is like, and I've learned this because it's not just a girl thing. If you try to back up and you can't do it, somebody will come along
Will be like,
and be like,
I'll fix it. I got it.
so
Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going towards the camera. See, now you're too short back. No, I'm just kidding. If you stand in the, let's see, if you stand back one step, this is a cool camera trick. If you stand back one step, you look like you're the same height as me almost now.
Cool.
But we don't have to do that because now I feel weird. All right, so the experiment training session, I did not help at all. You should have just came out with the trailer and just played around with it for 20 minutes.
Like it's easy to say like you know if the trailer goes left, you turn the wheel right, but it's like the overcorrecting enough, and like when you get in a bad spot, how do you get out of it? Like that's what I need help with.
You know,
and more practice.
The biggest piece of advice that my dad ever told me, and maybe not the biggest, but he told me a lot of advice, was when you get into a bad position, stop.
Well, yeah.
No, you'd be surprised how many people go, all right, I screwed up, let's make it worse.
That's like ranch life lesson 101.
If you
Drive a tractor for the first time, stop if
Yeah.
something bad goes wrong.
something bad happens, just stop. So if you end up in a creek full of water, just stop. Call somebody who knows what they're doing, because you're never going to get out yourself. So
Thank you. I feel
you feel a little bit more comfortable?
I feel like I've conquered one ranch skill. Next, gooseneck.
Next is the gooseneck.
And that's different, right?
It is, because your pivot point is different on the truck. So you...
We'll try that.
Yeah, we'll try that. Let's master this first.
Okay.
Thanks for coming along with us today. A little chance for Erin and I to have some fun together, and we didn't wring each other's necks, so that's always a good thing.
We didn't get divorced, so
it's a success. Nobody's dialing their divorce lawyer. So thank you for coming along. Be sure to subscribe. Hit that.
We'll test our marriage when we sort cows.
That can be testing. Be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you can. We are just inches away.
If you can, why can't they?
Well, you know, here's the thing. I've actually had people tell me that they don't know how to subscribe.
Oh, okay.
So, or they're not logged in. If you're watching on your TV, you can't hit the subscribe button. See, I'm thinking ahead
You're
here.
right. Okay.
But if you can't subscribe now, maybe you can do it a little later. Maybe you can call your kid and say, hey, how do I do this YouTube thing?
There's probably a YouTube video about how to subscribe.
There probably is, but then you'll subscribe to their channel and forget to come back and subscribe to ours. So anyway, we are just inches away from that 100,000 subscriber mark. That is a huge milestone. Hopefully on our Thursday live stream, we'll be able to talk about what it feels like to have 100,000 subscribers. Spoiler alert, no different. But we hope to see you on Thursday for our live stream.
You're like, subscribe. Oh, it's no big deal.
Okay, does it make you feel any different?
Well, no, but it is exciting.
It is exciting.
It's like check mark. Done. 100,000.
Next goal?
Million.
Million.
World domination.
1 billion subscribers.
I said I'd sing if we hit 1 million by Ranch Roundup.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
We got 19 days.
All right, have a great week. We will see you again on Thursday, but until then, have a great week. And thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life.
It's probably not 19 days. Somebody's gonna correct me.
The purpose of the internet.
All right, I'm gonna go back up.